She never meant to walk into the wrong office that morning. The rain had just stopped, and the cold air clung to her coat like the weight of the world. Anna pulled her cap lower, clutching her cleaning supplies as she entered the glass tower of Selim Industries. Floors of power, wealth, and untouchable authority loomed above her, yet she felt like the dust on the marble unseen, swept away without notice. And that's exactly how she preferred it. Anna had always been the quiet one. A small-town girl who came to the city after her mother's medical bills grew beyond what she could handle. She took the first job that would pay cleaning staff at one of the most prestigious buildings downtown. She'd never seen the CEO, never even dared look at the top floors. Her routine was simple: start from the 18th floor and work her way down. The CEO's floor, the 32nd, was off limits. Always had been. Until today. It wasn't her fault. The elevator buttons were sticky, misnumbered. She didn't realize she'd gone too high until the doors opened onto a hallway of sleek black marble, gold accents, and silence so profound it made her ears ring. But she was running late, and in a world like hers, late meant fired. She stepped out, assuming this was a new wing of the 18th. She had no idea she was walking into Adrian Selim's office. The room was vast and open, walls lined with towering bookshelves and floor-to-ceiling windows that revealed the storm clouds breaking over the city. The desk was glass and cold, the room too pristine, too untouched. She should have noticed. But nerves blurred her vision. She placed down her bucket and got to work, dusting, sweeping, rearranging even the smallest of items with meticulous care. Cleaning was her one power in a world where she had none. Here, she could bring order, peace. And so she didn't hear him come in. He watched her for a moment, his coat damp from the rain, briefcase still in hand. Adrian Selim, young, brilliant, distant, had returned from Tokyo a week early. He hadn't told anyone. He needed space. Silence. After a bitter lawsuit with his own board, whispers of betrayal, and the media clawing at his image, he just wanted to walk into his domain and think. Instead, he walked into something else entirely. She was humming. Softly. Almost like a lullaby. She didn't know he was standing there. And something about the innocence of the moment, the gentleness with which she arranged a pen holder, the care she took in dusting the edges of a bookshelf, made him pause. When was the last time anyone treated anything here like it mattered? When had he? I don't believe you're supposed to be here. His voice cut through the stillness like a knife. Anna froze, turning slowly, eyes wide with horror. He was tall, tailored in charcoal gray, sharp eyes that saw through everything. I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't mean, she was stammering, backing away. You're from housekeeping? He asked, folding his arms. She nodded mutely. Adrian should have reported her. Fired her. That's what anyone else in his position would have done. But there was something about the panic in her eyes, the way she hugged herself like someone used to being shouted at, blamed, overlooked. He couldn't explain it, but he heard himself say something he never thought he would. Leave it. She blinked. Yes, sir? Don't worry. Finish the job. He walked past her, placed his briefcase down, sat. Said nothing else. That should have been the end. But it wasn't. Over the next few days, Adrian noticed small things. His desk was cleaner than it had ever been. The coffee mugs disappeared. New flowers, simple daisies, appeared in a small glass near the window. No one else touched his office. He hadn't told them he was back. Which meant, it was her. He let it continue. Anna never said a word when she came in. She would enter quietly, barely look at him, do her work, and leave. Adrian pretended not to notice, but slowly, the silence between them changed. It wasn't awkward anymore. It became peaceful. The kind of silence you don't want to break. One day, without looking up from his laptop, he asked, "What's that song you hum?" She froze mid-step. I don't know. Just something my mother used to sing. He nodded. It's nice. That was the first real conversation they had. Weeks passed. He began noticing her more. The way she always had a book tucked under her arm. The way she looked at the city like it overwhelmed her. The calluses on her hands, the threadbare sleeves of her coat. He didn't know why he cared. He just did. Until one evening, long after the sun had set, he found her sitting in the hallway outside his office. Crying. She tried to stand when she saw him, wiping her tears quickly, but he gently placed a hand on her shoulder. What happened? My mom, she whispered. She's not doing well. The treatments. I don't know how I'm going to afford them anymore. He didn't say anything. He just sat beside her. Quietly. And for the first time, the wall between their worlds cracked. The next morning, she found a sealed envelope inside her cleaning bucket. No name. No note. Just a hospital bill. Paid. In full. She ran to his office, breathless. Why? He looked up from his computer. I thought you didn't like talking. You can't just do that. I can. And I did. Tears welled in her eyes. I can't ever repay you. You already did, he said quietly. She tilted her head. How? You reminded me what kindness looks like. Word got around, eventually. About the CEO who fell for a cleaning girl. About the woman who never asked for anything but gave everything without knowing it. Some people laughed. Others whispered. But neither of them cared. Adrian made her a part of his world. Not as a gesture. Not as charity. But because she had become his peace. He taught her how to navigate his world. She taught him how to feel again. To trust. To live. Years later, at a company retreat, someone asked him what the turning point of his life was. He smiled. A girl who cleaned my office by accident. And that's the thing about accidents. Sometimes they're the universe's way of opening the right doors. Inspiration. You may think you don't matter in the grand halls of power. You may think your kindness goes unnoticed, your presence unseen. But the truth is, one humble act can change the course of a life. Even your own. All it takes is one wrong turn that ends up being exactly right.